Today is Thursday, July 16th. Thanks so much for joining in to our weekly webinar again. We do have a lot of information to share today. If you're new to this format and want to ask a question, you can do that in one of two ways. You can just click the little hand icon on the control panel on the right of your screen, or you can type in your question in the question box, and I'll read that at the end of the webinar, and hopefully we can all learn something. Because you know what, that is the reason that we have these webinars, so that we can all stay on top of all the many changes and also get your questions answered. So let's get right into the agenda. Of course, I'm going to remind everyone again about the Aetna LEAP program. And the reason I'm just bringing this up again is because I am getting some questions. The Aetna LEAP program is where all of the Aetna individual plans that are currently on the books, except for the grandfathered plans, will be transitioned as of 1/1/16. So the current Aetna plans that, pardon me, that anyone sold in 2015 will be terminated as of 12/31/15, and those folks will be transferred to a similar, similar plan on the Aetna LEAP format. I don't know what those programs are, but if your client is satisfied with the transition, they need not do anything, which is a bit scary because if we've experienced this with other carriers that auto renew people onto a new plan and auto map them, chances are the client may not like the program, and if they want to change during open enrollment, they certainly can. But I guess the biggest issue is to get ahead of this, and if you have Aetna insureds right now, just kind of touch base with them, let them know what's going on, and that you will be in touch as of 11/1 to help them determine if the plan they are mapped to is the best choice for them or another alternative. So something for all of us to do, I suppose, during this downtime. Wanted to bring you up to date on Capital Blue Cross, what they're offering and what's needed. Of course, there are several carriers in the 51 to 99 block that are offering early renewals for 10/1. So essentially, if a group currently renewed for 7/1 and they want to take a look at renewing again on 10/1 so that their transition on renewals will coincide with 10/1 of 17, which is when the non-PPACA plans can no longer be offered, there is an advantage to that possibly for some of your groups. If they do transition as of 10/1, of course the deductible resets, but the rates are pretty steady. So what Capital has said is that if you have any groups in the 51 to 99 block and they are considering the transition to a 10/1 effective date, Capital Blue Cross will be aggressively pricing, their words, any group that is considered an early renewal. All they need to do that, and to quote it, is the current census, the current benefit plans, and the current rates. So if you do have any groups within that block, let us know. Let's see what we can do to get these groups the best rates possible. Additionally, they have decided, Capital Blue Cross has decided to change their approach beginning 10/1 with small groups, and then for January 1st for mid-market renewals. And for the groups that currently have a non-PPACA grandmothered plan, the renewal rates are going to lead with an ACA or a PPACA option. If you want a non-PPACA option, then it will have to be requested, and all you have to do is let us know. We'll certainly quote that for you. It's certainly, I guess, 12 of one, or 6 of one, half dozen of another. What is the best thing for your groups? Is it to stay with the grandmothered plan, or is it to transition to a PPACA plan that is aggressively priced? Time will tell, but we'll help you through that process. Just let us know, and we'll quote it for you. So today, last week I had mentioned a little bit about URL's employer marketplace that's coming soon, and today I had hoped to have Sam Bohr, our Director of Ancillary and Supplemental Lines, on the call, but we have a few finishing touches that we need to put on this before we really roll it out in a more formal format. But I wanted to let you know that we're really excited about this program. It is for groups. It is a shopping experience at the core for groups with online enrollment. And the real beauty of it, well, there's a lot that's beautiful about it, but the real beauty of it is that during the shopping experience, you also have the ability to touch people to possibly sell them dental and to sell them either voluntary or employer-paid ancillary options that certainly complement the health plan. It has an ACA management tool for the 50-plus market next year. Right now it's 100-plus. So there's a lot of features about it that we're really excited about. It creates proposal booklets for employees. Another feature that we feel really great about is it does give us the ability to keep track of the current census, so that upon renewal it's going to be much easier to gather that information and be proactive in reaching out to your groups to get a head start on those renewals. So those are a few of the features. I don't certainly want to take any away the excitement of what Sam's going to talk about, but we're all very excited about it, and hopefully that's some information that you can walk away with and hopefully talk to us about. So right on to the next bullet point, Highmark News. There will be an ad in my newsletter that's going out, and Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association announced yesterday free identity protection services for eligible Blue members. That's going to start on or before January 1st of 2016. A vendor has not been chosen yet, and more information will follow, but of course, concerns about data breaches, identity protection is first and foremost on everyone's mind, certainly heightening the cybersecurity. So we want you to make sure that you read that and keep watching for more information so that you can let your Highmark clients know that it is available and certainly worth looking into and signing up for. So I talked, pardon me, the next bullet point is I talked a little bit last week about NAHU having a meeting with IRS to discuss how income will be determined for 2016 enrollment. And there was a small glimmer of hope that 2016 income would actually be based on the actual income of 2015, so there are less discrepancies, less disruption upon renewal, less craziness, let's face it. But it was confirmed that, as with 2015 enrollment and 14, it will be 2016 estimated income. So that's kind of taking the wind out of my sails, but we've done it 2 years now. We can do it again, and we'll just have to try to make sure that your clients and the clients that we enroll on behalf of our agents really have looked at their income and have a really good estimate of it, and if not, to make sure that it is updated as soon as they know there may be a discrepancy. Pardon me, there is one more note. Aetna and Coventry have announced, I'm sure you have seen where they went to a producer service fee model, and what they're doing now is, as of 1/1/16, they're transitioning back to a commission percentage rather than a producer fee. So watch for information on that. That information is also going to be in my newsletter. So the next bullet point is talking about the FFM certification. I did get confirmation from NAHU that the planned release, according to HHS, for the 2016 training to be certified to sell on the exchange, either individual and shop, will be released the same time frame as it has the last 2 years, which is about the first week of August, very beginning of August. The certification is going to be on a different website, they say, and it's also going to be available from various approved vendors. So I'm not sure exactly what that means, but you know, again, we want to make sure that you get certified if you have that need or desire to do so. So as soon as we get information on the certification, we'll certainly pass that on to you, and we'll go from there. So, you know, again, this bullet point has been here for the last several weeks. I want to know how I can help you. What is it that you need to know or feel that you need more information on? Let me know. I'm happy to do some research or focus a few minutes on that topic in the upcoming webinars. So please let me know. I want to be a resource to you. I want to make sure that, you know, all of my friends and agent partners are the best equipped they can be to get through 2006 open enrollment. So, you know, please let me know how I can help you. And that brings us up to our open forum. If you have questions, you can type them in. I do see a few that are typed in. Just as a reminder, as always, our webinars are every Thursday at 9:30. The next webinar is July 23rd, which is next Thursday, and hopefully you'll join in. I do have one question, and it's from Dave. He says he has a mid-sized group who has a non-PPACA plan renewing 12/1. What potential benefit would it be for them to renew early 10/1? Well, the potential benefit, Dave, would actually, well, the 12/1s are not being offered this provision. Only the groups from July 1st through 10/1 renewals. The 12/1 renewal for non-PPACA will probably be offered. In fact, they won't, just probably. They will be offered a 12/1 non-PPACA renewal as well. If they want to totally rewrite, then they would not get a grandmothered plan. They go to a non-PPACA plan, or a PPACA plan, excuse me. So I don't know that it's an advantage. For the groups renewing 10/1, what it allows them to do is coordinate their termination and their renewal date with 10/1 of 17, again, which is the last date that a non-PPACA plan can be offered under the, if you like your plan, you can keep your plan provision. So, you know, 12/1s I think are pretty safe, Dave, but if you want to talk specifically about the group, I'm happy to talk with you about it and see what is the best approach for that group. Barbara is asking a question. She says, a note, CMS is offering FFM guidance on 2 seminars that were open on July 29th and one in August. Yes, that information is actually going to be in my newsletter. In fact, I believe it was in last week's newsletter. I registered for that myself, and I'm on the waiting list. So, you know, most of the waiting lists we don't ever get in. But again, I will have the information as soon as it's out there in the public domain. But if you've not registered for that webinar, you might want to give it a whirl and see if you can get in. And if you can and you listen, please let me know how it goes and anything that you feel that you want to pass on to me. So that's about it. Those are the questions we have today. Again, I thank you always for joining in. I thank you so much for your support and your loyalty to URL, and of course your business. You know, we wouldn't be here without you, and I hope you know week after week, you know, my feelings are that, you know, I truly appreciate everything you bring to the table, the business that you choose to bring to URL. So thank you so much for your partnership, and thanks for joining in, and I wish all of you a great week and definitely a great weekend. Get out and enjoy the sunny weather and the blue skies, and have a great balance of the week. Bye-bye.